Does that music make you think of She's All That, Ben?
Everything makes me think of She's All That.
Good, because this week is rom-commy. We're doing a rom-com thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, I thought you'd be really excited.
I do love a good rom-com.
Same here.
You know that I'm a big fan of the Hallmark Channel, and the Hallmark Channel is primarily... There's not that much in the way of comedy on a lot of those Hallmark movies. Sometimes
there is a lot of it, though.
It's weird. It's weird when you think about it, when they're essentially low budget. They're low budget films, and what's the easiest thing to do when you have no money? Drama or comedy.
Yep.
So why aren't they can't afford the comedy writers? The comedy writers are too expensive. They could only get the Mills and Boone set.
You know what, though? I do have to make an apology to our loyal horror listeners that on board for this episode. All I have to say to them, though, as well as an apology, is suck it up. There is no shame in loving a good rom-com. And
no, I'm certainly not embarrassed by it.
No, in fact, like the older you and I get, like the softer I feel I'm getting, both physically and mentally.
Yeah. I never claim to be hard ever. That's what the ladies say.
I mean, we've got a lot of love to give.
But not hard love. No. Soft, floppy love.
Anyway, how about an introduction? I think that's in order. Needless to say, this is Good Movie Monday. Thank you for pressing play. We are the weekly podcast dedicated to nerdy cinematic ramblings. Obviously, we're grateful for your listening and your ear holes. New listeners each week is good to see, and welcome to those new ones on board. You picked a good one to listen to. No matter how lowbrow we get, although people keep coming back no matter how lowbrow we get.
I don't believe you.
I want stats. I want figures.
I want figures, yeah.
I want proof.
I keep asking for people to comment on social media that they're listening, and they never do.
I sent you a screenshot of a very nice comment earlier.
Yeah, but I don't know who that was from.
Exactly. That's a newbie.
A new person.
That's right. Holy shit. Crack the bubbly, my friend.
That's right. We've got one. We've got one.
We've got one.
You're now my wife.
So the reason we're doing romantic comedies this week is because, well, our special guest. We've got an awesome chat coming up with Tasneem Roc. She's an Australian actress from a new Netflix exclusive rom-com called Mother of the Bride, which also stars Brooke Shields, Miranda Cosgrove, and Benjamin Pratt. That dropped on Friday, so it's real fresh. Fresh as it gets. But we do have a particularly fun chat. We both sat down and had a yarn with her.
We did. You let me in on that one, and it was very good.
Heaps of fun. Before we move on, would you like to just announce what's coming up on the show?
I love it when you...
It's the same thing every week.
I know, it's the same thing every week. What's on the show? I think we've got PE class. That will be happening pretty soon with Jarrett Garn.
Yes.
Which as I mentioned in PE class, I completely forgotten all about it. Even though we recorded it a couple of hours ago. Cutting edge conversation will be coming up as well.
As part of
that segment. Also, the Boneheads from Kentucky will be joining us, and they've actually, for a rare kind of instance, they're actually on topic.
You know what? They have a fantastic rom-com themed segment coming up. Only because less than 24 hours ago, I looked at what they had. And I'm like, ooh, that's not going to fit very well at all with what we've got in line.
Yeah, what was it? Best rape scenes in movies was their previous one, and it was one of the ones they gave you. I'm like, it's a very odd choice for them, you know.
Very Kentuckian.
Yeah. It's like
Jesus.
Best deaths by fire in film. Like, these are just really inappropriate for this episode.
I thought so too. So I got onto Chad and I said, like, what's the likelihood you could pump out another segment like within a few hours? And they did it. Amazing. Which is amazing when you know the Boneheads, they're never in the same place at the same time. So
and they're on a completely different time zone.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So thank you to them. You're going to hear that coming up. Be interested to see what they've come up with.
Yeah.
I know one of them's weird.
They sent through the segment and I tried to listen to it, but obviously it had not finished uploading when they sent the link, and I never went back.
Yeah. Well,
So I'll just have to listen along with everyone else.
Fresh, mate. Fresh. Hey, don't forget our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, the music that we play on the show, 2 songs every episode. You can find that there. But make sure when you get there, you subscribe, you like, you click that dingy, that little button. Gives you notifications to when new content goes up, because we do have a lot of content. Not only is what we're saying right now going to be in video form. We've got another podcast called Wednesday Up Late, which I host with Chloe. That goes up on a Wednesday night. Lots of good stuff. Interviews. The interview we have coming up is going to be on the YouTubes.
And I'm sure the Trivic TV Tuesday segment, the video of that goes up on Tuesdays. Right? Right? That would make sense, right?
Did you bring your own cameras for that?
No, I didn't. No. I'm not editing it. That would. I'm not doing anything.